Long, hot summer there at Steinbrenner Field. Dennis, thank you. Well, tonight our I-team following through on a Florida woman's citizenship fight. We first told you about this a year ago. Cynthia Downs spent almost her entire life in this country, only to recently find out that she's not an American citizen and cannot get her Social Security benefits.
It just tears me up every time because I just thought I'd done everything right. And it's come time that I get the money I earned, I can't get it.
Well, tonight we have an update. I-team investigative reporter Katie LeGrone reveals the major development that corrected this problem 60 years in the making.
Wow! When Cynthia Downs showed up online for our Zoom interview,
look at you!
I know. I need to go get my certificate.
Her party was just getting started.
How are you feeling, Miss Cynthia?
Oh, wonderful.
But before we can explain all of this, we need to take you back to this. About a year ago, when we first introduced you to Cynthia and her life on this hobby farm just outside Tallahassee. It's been home for more than 30 years, with her husband of almost 50. For Cynthia, it's the perfect small-town American life. Until a few years ago, when she went to renew her driver license and discovered she didn't have the paperwork to prove she was, well, American.
I just didn't never think about nothing else because I paid my taxes. I done everything everybody else done. I've been here all my life. And I'd never been to Canada except for when I was born, and I didn't remember that.
You see, Cynthia's birth mom was Canadian, her dad American, and while they moved to the States when she was just an infant, her parents never secured the documents for her dual citizenship, which means Cynthia has been living in the U.S. for nearly 60 years without the paperwork to prove she belongs here. So Cynthia can't get a passport, vote, or most recently, hasn't been able to collect her Social Security retirement benefits.
About $2,000 a month. It just tears me up every time because I just thought I'd done everything right. And it's come time that I get the money I earned, I can't get it.
This has been a long process.
It's been about 2 years since she first came to see me.
Elizabeth Ritchie is Cynthia's immigration attorney and has been working to prove Cynthia's American roots.
We had to issue a subpoena. We got a senator's office involved, a genealogist, a private investigator, and have done extensive public records searches to be able to prove what we needed to prove.
Her case is not, surprisingly, not all that unique.
That's right. I actually had another case like this last week.
In fact, for the past 2 years, we've shared the stories of other Floridians who've lived, worked, and raised their families here in the U.S., only to discover much later in life they aren't legal U.S. citizens.
What should that tell the public about the current immigration system?
Our system is a lot more complicated than you might think. You can be born abroad and be a U.S. citizen, but you still need to get proof of that. You're not going to get those things automatically. You have to ask for them. And in this case, it was 60 years in the making before she found out she even needed them.
Candidates, can you please stand?
So with family by her side, last week, Cynthia took her American oath.
Raise your right hand.
Receiving her certificate of citizenship.
Cynthia Downs?
Tell me what today means to you.
Oh, honey, it is just the world.
A proud American who always lived that way. And now, more than 60 years later, has the proof to show for it.
One little piece of paper makes a big difference.
Yes.
It really does.
Other people we profiled include former U.S. Marine Paul Canton, who served our country honorably, only to be told decades later that he also is not here legally. He's taken his immigration case to federal court, where it remains. I'm I-team investigator Katie LeGrone, taking action for you.
And like you just heard there, Katie first introduced you to Cynthia Downs a year ago, and she's been following through on her fight for citizenship and on stories of others in the same boat. If you have a story you'd like Katie or any member of our I-team to look into, just pull out your phone, scan the QR code on your screen. That will take you to a form to share your story directly with our I-team, and we do read every tip we receive.